Perfect. It did.
There we go. Now people can hear me. Stupid
Yeah, there we
Windows
go. You
updates.
sound good on my side too. All right.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna we can get going whenever you're ready.
Yep. So welcome everyone. Doing a little bit different from our normal Mortar Party. We're going back to one of the pixel remasters for Final Fantasy. This one being number 4, which is personally my favorite. And we're just going to hop into one of my save files, mainly because the intro is a little bit tedious.
Yeah, it's definitely long. And we can kind of give you the cliff notes as to what's happened up until this point, anyway.
Yeah, let me just drop this volume down a little bit. I say a little bit. I'm putting it back to what I had it at.
There we go.
So one of the features that they added to this is an auto battle system, which will basically remember what you did the previous turn and then just repeat it, even through battles.
That's nice.
I also might be a little over leveled for this point of the game, just because I was trying to get some bestiary entries and items, which are also the bestiaries new to this version of the game. Wow, 9 damage.
Whoop.
Usually using the magic weapons and everything is powerful, but apparently not this time. Okay, that was mean. This one was the very first Final Fantasy that I think I ever played. Maybe even the first video game I played. I don't know.
Yeah, the first Final Fantasy I played was actually Mystic Quest, which was like the watered down one that Square made for Americans because they thought that Americans didn't understand how to play these games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, the first Final Fantasy that we got on the NES, it basically, the gist of it I got was that it sold well, but it didn't meet expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we didn't get the actual 2 and 3. And then they tried it again with this one, which came out originally on the SNES, I think in 1992.
It was either 92 or 91.
Yeah, something like that. And again, it was kind of the same idea. Like, it sold well, but it didn't meet expectations. So that's when they went, okay, well, we're gonna go to this drawing board here, and we're gonna create this watered down one for the Americans, so that the Americans can understand how to play these.
Which, I mean, I used to think it was kind of rude, but now being older, I'm like, yeah, Americans are dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's also we're a different culture too, than they are.
Yeah, this is a much better translation.
We're all about, yeah, we're all about instant gratification. which is why games like Mario and were incredibly popular.
Yep. Those you didn't really have to understand anything; you just had to be good.
Right.
Good movement. They also added a sprint into this version as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. No, that's you can. I was gonna say it used to be wicked tedious in the old games, just like walking around and you're just so painfully slow. So yeah, adding a sprint is very nice.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy that they did that. Now, there is one thing that I almost wish people did not point out, because once I saw it, I could not unsee it. But inside of the forest, they have a copy-pasted block of the grass textures. Just the lighter part of each part of the forest.
Oh yeah.
If you look at how the dark squares within that block are positioned, you can find those same exact blocks in the grassland texture. And
I wonder why they did that.
I honestly don't know. Everyone thinks it's just a mistake, because if I recall, all of their like terrain textures are on like essentially one sheet. So it's could have just been as simple as clicking the wrong square for, this is supposed to be here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Not a fan of the sprites, though, at least for Cecil here. You can see his derpy face. The rest of them seem fine. But I just don't care for Cecil's.
You mean Cecil?
Cecil. Potato.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, Cecil's kind of started to figure out that he's been duped by the king, and like the king's been telling him to do a whole bunch of like this really like bad stuff, and he's basically at this point in the game a heretic, and they're trying to kill him. And now he's basically climbing Mount Ordeals to basically atone for his sins against humanity.
And it's interesting because in the original translation of the game, they only hinted at you really doing bad things. But like in this translation, they're like, "Oh no, you're a freaking war criminal."
Yep. Yeah, there was a guy there was a playthrough of it that I was watching that was it was a Super Nintendo emulator, but they basically took the Japanese translation and just translated the whole thing directly into English.
Mm-hmm.
And it's way different than the SNES version that we got. And that was probably was a decision of Nintendo to do more than anything, just knowing like how they were back then. They were very culturally sensitive to us, and they removed a lot of stuff in the Japanese versions of certain games, especially religious symbols and stuff like that. They removed out.
Yeah, because your spells like holy were either named white
holy,
or pearl.
They changed it. Yeah, they changed the names of some spells because they didn't want to be offensive to Americans.
Although actually some of those, like the references to like Christianity and stuff, that was actually the decision of the ratings boards in America.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, Cecil's climbing up this mountain.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember the twins ability I always used to think was so cool, but it's really not the best. I mean, it did a lot of damage.
Yeah, doesn't it just? Yeah, doesn't the twin cast? Yeah, doesn't the twin cast? All it does is it just makes whatever spell it is that you twin cast the next tier up.
No, so the twin cast one, basically they both spend their turn and then some charging up a special spell, and it's random as to what the spell can be. So like this time they used Pyro, another time I've used it was Comet. So there's a bunch of different versions of it.
Okay, so it's just random. You don't have any control over it.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility it might be based off of enemy weakness, but I'm not sure.
Oh, that would make sense. That would. I think you might be onto something on that because undead are vulnerable to fire.
Yep. Oh, look, the old man is back.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, and, you know, in hindsight, this game had so many main characters die. I think it might have the most main characters dying than any Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or at least, you know, faking you out when they die. I know in the original translation, it was kind of, did they die or they just passed out, you know?
Right.
But I think in this one it might be more explicit.
Yeah, 6 I never really played. I think I only played probably maybe a couple hours of it. I didn't really do anything with it. But 6 was... 6... Well, there were a lot of problems with 6 when they released it here. Part of it was that it was at near the very end of the Super Nintendo's life cycle when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Second, the game itself was just way ahead of its time. It was a friggin' massive game for what games were back then.
Yep.
Not to mention that it had a very specific game-breaking bug that would destroy the ROM chip on it. So that was kind of bad.
I'm trying to think which glitch was that, or bug?
It's the little girl that you get near the end of the game.
Oh yeah, the sketch glitch or whatever.
Yeah, right. And if you did it in a certain way against a certain enemy, it had the potential of corrupting your save file.
Mm-hmm.
In best case scenario, it corrupted your save file. In worst case scenario, it actually corrupted the chip on the cartridge, and you basically had to buy another game because the game was just bricked.
Yep. Now, this version is easier than the original. It might mainly be because people have been saying that you actually get double the amount of experience points from battles than you did in the original. Which...
So you level up faster.
Yeah, which honestly, you know, isn't that bad because the game had a huge difficulty spike when you got to the final dungeon. It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You'd have to you'd pretty much run out of resources when you got to the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you had to teleport out and then go all the way back in. And the last dungeon in this game, if I remember correctly, is stupid big too.
Yep, the lunar subterranean or something like that. Oh jeez, come on guys, die already.
Yeah, you go to the core. You have to go to the core of the moon, I think, or something.
Yep. Alright, now I'm just looking bad.
Oh yeah, that's part of the problem too, because he's a Dark Knight. He can't friggin' damage the zombies.
Yeah, but he can damage the skeletons, you know, imagine that.
Yeah. Which that doesn't make much sense, but...
No.
You know. Yeah, so basically the way that I remember the story at this point is that Cecil became a Dark Knight because they basically told him he'd be really good at it, so he became a Dark Knight.
Well, the king raised him and asked him to become a Dark Knight.
Yeah. And then the king basically made him captain of an Air Force battalion, and he started going around trying to steal these crystals from everybody and from other countries or what have you, and then he started questioning his loyalty to the king, and he, instead of, there was one of the little girl in the beginning of the game that you're supposed to take to him, you don't. You end up taking her somewhere else, and then you become a fugitive, and this is basically where you're at.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you, we're gonna try and assassinate you now.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I like the sprites for Palom and Porum. They're kind of...
Well, even in the original, like they're derpy kids.
Yeah, that is true. They are. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, one's a white mage, one's a black mage.
Okay, that was interesting. So he hit that guy, and he did damage to him.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I wonder if it was a crit, and like crits just ignore the resistances, maybe?
Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could be.
Oh, come on.
So I do like the. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do like the. Yeah, what they've done here, at least with the graphics, they look a little better than they did in the original version of it.
Yeah, this version of the remasters, like for 4 in particular, is pretty good. There's an option that you can do to make it like you're on an old TV with like the scan lines.
Oh, you can.
That's
kind of nice for nostalgia factor.
Yeah, like this one I don't think it needs it, but in like 1, 2, and 3 they definitely did. Yeah, you can go for like the classic. Oof.
Oh, I see.
That just makes me feel like gross. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's kind of gross.
But on the first games, it works. Now on this battle, it can be... Actually, was it on this one? Or is it on the way back?
Yeah, I think that this is a 2-phase... If I remember correctly, it's a 2-phase fight.
Yeah, and like there's a thing you can do where... Because one of them is a back attack. So what you do is you just swap your party around prior to the fight, and then you start like how you need to be. Okay, it's after you come back, I think.
Well, that's a cool rendition of the boss theme.
Yeah, yeah. All the music's been remastered, which honestly they did a great job.
Yeah, the violin here is really nice.
Yeah. Let's use some items I never use. Although if this doesn't kill him... Nope, that's not what I wanted. I thought there was a way to switch weapons in battle. So I know if I had like a bow with holy arrows, I would just decimate this guy.
Oh yeah.
But as it stands, this guy's...
Yeah, I don't know if you can in this one. There's some that you can and some you can't.
Yeah, so right after this, you want to do this. So the kiddos and the old man are in the front. Because you're going to get attacked from behind. And look at that. We're how we're supposed to be. Also, that is a disturbing form.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's some nice damage. Holy shite, 1,300. I don't know, I don't think she can get rid of that.
Oh, slow?
Slow, or even, she doesn't even have a sumo.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does, though, but... Now, I am curious to see if Palom's bluff even stacks or something. Oh, never mind. I want to say you can just keep doing bluff over and over and over again until you have like a super high magic stat and then just one shot at anything.
No, I know in the first Final Fantasy, the magic or the attack up spell there, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, temper, I think.
Temper, yeah. Well, temper would stack. You just cast it over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I think it was like the same thing with haste, maybe? Or whatever the equivalent was. Quick, I think it is.
Yeah, haste just... yeah, all haste does is just increase your attacks.
Yeah, the number of attacks. So that would also passively increase your damage. Was his armor always golden?
I remember it being white.
Yeah. And how do you defeat this one? Why, by doing nothing. You beat the darkness.
You can attack it.
Well, actually, if you attack it too many times, you can fail. Because it's, you know, win through pacifism in a game that you're going to be killing a lot of things. But yeah, I definitely like this new sprite for Cecil. Also, they explicitly say that this is your father you're talking to in this one.
Yep.
I don't think it is even mentioned in the SNES version until, like, the final boss battle. We're like, by the way, this dude's your brother, this dude's your father, and, you know, it's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Golbez is his brother, isn't he?
Yep.
If
Spoilers.
I remember correctly.
God, this game has only been out, for 30 years. Shush. Fun fact: if you can actually level grind Tella, to the point where he can actually cast the meteor spell before his scripted time casting it, and he will survive after casting it in the battle. But because it's scripted in the other one.
Oh yeah, because wasn't that the thing, is that he can cast it but it'll kill him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And thus, I think he can get he has 98 MP, and you need 99 to cast it. But through using some items and stuff, you can actually make it so he can cast it. Now, some people would have been at Mysidia and been like, oh, all this equipment in this shop, I can't use that. I'm not going to bother getting it. So if I recall, you start with nothing except your sword. But I bought all the shit, because otherwise you would have to be going back with nothing.
Oh yeah.
And your tanky, quote-unquote, character would be paper.
Yeah, because you can't wear any of your stuff that you had when you were a Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Now we get to make our way back down the mountain.
Yep. Does get all of his lovely spells though. Bother using that. Now that's a spell. Oh yeah, and I think Cecil starts at level 5 when he becomes a paladin.
Is it 5 or 1?
Well, I don't think I gained 8 levels in that. 7 levels in
No.
that battle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it might be 5. Yeah, all his level drop back down.
Sounds like someone's shooting fireworks outside my house right now.
Oh, really?
Yep. That or there's like a shooting, but who knows. Oh no, maybe he did start at level 1, because now I'm at level 10, so I just skipped a couple levels. I was like, what was Tella doing? But I was just sitting on his turn. Now that spell right
Okay.
there, Magic Arrow, I don't recall that ever being in the original game.
To me, that was his magic missile to me.
Well, yeah, like that's what. But funny thing is it can
Right.
miss. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely very handy in the very beginning of the game, but not so much at this point. Hey, there we go. I think that was the last bestiary entry I needed.
Good timing.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't speak to this. Jesus.
Oh.
She puts status effects on everyone apparently, or different status effects for everyone she hits.
What is that,
I
curse?
think so, yeah. There we go. Which I'm not sure what curse does in the scope of the game. I don't have Echo Herbs.
Well, you have Etsuna now, or somebody does.
Yeah.
I think Porum has it.
Well,
Whichever
yeah,
one's the
Tella
white
has
mage.
it too. But I was actually thinking, I was like, I don't even know if Echo Herbs exist in this version, or this game. They might just be in the later item. And then we can just take the quick way back. Although there is this. The smell of Chocobo is in the air.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Yeah, can't you give him your items to store them or something?
Yeah, which I don't think is even necessary now because I'm pretty sure they got rid of the cap on inventory space. I pretty much love every Chocobo theme from every game. Oh, and there's also diagonal movement like in the other remasters.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now this theme, this one is good. Like the original was good, but they made it boppin'. Everyone's all shocked. Oh, okay, he's not.
They still don't like you.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you blame them?
Not really.
Ah, yes. Send 2 young children with a guy who just slaughtered your people to spy on him. That's that's a safe thing to do.
Yeah, I know, right? You should probably call the ethics committee on that. Oh yeah, this is the inscription that's on the sword.
Yep. See, now this is the part that I never understood. Like, someone says that the devil's path that they're talking about is like literally like some path through hell that drains your life as you go through it. But they also, in the same breath, talk about how the kingdom, like Baron and Mysidia, use that to trade all the time. So it's like, wow, to trade, instead of just doing an overseas route, you used a hell pathway.
Yeah, I don't get it. I wouldn't think that would be a good choice.
Alright, children, you can come with us. There is no possible way that you will die. Oh yeah, this place looks familiar.
I actually didn't know you could go up there.
Yep. Yeah, I never knew it existed when I played the original game. Like, I only ever saw it in that first cutscene. Now, if I remember correctly, it's you want the arrow in their favorite hand. Could be wrong. Honestly, bows in this game.
Yeah, that would be correct. Yeah, because
You're essentially aiming, and
a
with strength.
left-handed, somebody that's left-handed will hold the bow in their right hand.
Which is funny you say that, but I am left-handed and I hold the bow in my left hand.
Are you a switch hitter?
Pretty much. Oh yeah, I didn't want to go outside. And go here, get out of my way. Also, that just looked like a fountain of blood that just rose up to grab us.
Oh yeah. Doo-be-doo-doo.
Yeah, this is the training area. thought one of these places had like a invisible door. I guess not.
The mini-map's a nice touch.
Yeah, and it will also show you like chest location so you can not miss things.
That's kind of nice.
And then when you go to the world map like this, you can see like the number of chests that are in that area, any items that are on the ground, and then you can make sure you've gotten everything. So far, I'm pretty good, except for this, which you can't get back to yet. Oh, right, we can't go in here.
Oh yeah, says who?
We're here looking for Sid. Oh yeah, I remember. Also, you got the quick save function.
Oh yeah, that is a definitely would be a nice feature. Yeah, that's the monk dude.
Yep. Who last we saw was on our boat with us before we got shipwrecked.
Yeah, you did.
Mini.
That's an interesting spell.
Ha, that's funny. That's actually what I was just about to cast. I do like that status magic works in this game. Because some of the Final Fantasies you get status magic, but nothing works on like bosses or enemies. Everything's immune.
Oh yeah. Or the hit chance on it is so high that, or so low that it just doesn't work.
Yep.
It's not worth getting them. In the old Final Fantasy games, some of the spells were actually broken and just didn't do anything.
Yep. And some had unintended consequences when you used them with other spells. Like, you remember the X Zone trick in Final Fantasy VI?
No.
If you cast the invisibility spell on an enemy, it, for some reason, overrode immunity to instant death. So then you could cast a spell like X Zone. An enemy that was invisible would immediately get killed from it, including bosses.
Oh, wow. So, fun fact: this is the music track that that plays when you fight Culex in Super Mario RPG.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I wonder if he's immune to a bunch of things because he's a boss. Wait, what? Why did I just cast it on? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So, because Berserk can be considered a harmful spell. Using the Paralyze spell was considered like a counter to the Berserk status. So it would like auto-target to it.
Oh. Oh, because you were auto-targeting?
Yeah.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it looks like he's completely immune to status effects. Well, damn.
That was a lot of damage.
Ow. Good thing I have Protect up.
Christ, how many hit points does this guy have?
Yeah, I know, right? He's got way more than he did when he was on my team. Did we get him?
There we go, maybe. Yep. And down he goes.
Only did like 5 times his normal amount of health.
Edward the Spoony Bard.
The most useless party member. However, did you know that even though in normal playthrough you would never reach this point, but if you got Edward up to level 70, from there his stats like skyrocket till he has the best stats in the entire game?
Really?
Mm-hmm. But you would never have him at that point.
Well, yeah, because he's not really, you don't really use him that much. I mean, you use him, like, I think you use him in the beginning of the game.
Yep, and then he helps you story-wise later on, but that's it.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Oh, isn't it? Isn't it so convenient?
Alright, now that we have the key though, should be able to unlock, yeah, the weapon shop. Okay, yeah, just like I left him. I've been getting better since I played this game so much that I remove the equipment from people when I know they're not going to be with us. Going into a water area next, so I want another Thunderclaw. Elemental weaknesses in this version of the game is very important.
Yeah, it helps to take him out faster.
Oh, okay, so it only shows you the bridge on the minimap, or the pathway, when you're in it. Otherwise it won't show it. Interesting. So I guess they don't immediately spoil it all for you.
Oh, Yang's pretty jacked up. He's got 1,200 hit points.
Yeah, I think he has the most hit points out of anyone in the game.
Oh, he's... What level was he? 20?
24, I think, or something like that. Point in that.
I don't know. I thought that was a cutscene playing or something. Like, is some kind of like stupid boss gonna come up?
Ooh, wow.
Dude, Yang's just like freaking wrecking everything.
It's shitty healing, but at least it's some healing.
Oh, Cecil learned Cura. That'll help.
Yep. Yeah, you almost will never use his magic in battle unless it's like just a life spell or something. Because while he gets a bunch of spells, he doesn't really ever get the magic power to do much with it.
Yeah, he does get life eventually.
Yeah, he's good for out-of-combat healing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't remember if he has... life too or not.
I don't think so. I think it was just life in Suna.
Or I think they call it full life now.
Yeah.
Not life 2.
Yeah, for this version of the game, they translated everything to their more common names. So you got the Aura and Aga spells.
Yeah. Yeah, they started doing that in like Final Fantasy VIII, I think. I think is when they started doing that.
Yes, I think so. Okay then.
Whoa, hello.
You can stop now.
That I call bullshit. Yeah, wreck their day. Just wreck him. There. Woo. That was shitty.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever ran into that before.
Uh-oh, there's another one.
Yep. I do not like that guy. Although he drops.
You got a remedy,
yeah.
though. Yeah, remedy's nice.
Damn.
Nuke it.
The nuke has been fired.
That is, yeah, that is a really cool effect, though, on that.
Well, yeah, like Tsunami, I'm pretty sure that's Leviathan's frickin' signature move. Secrets behind here? Nope.
Yay! No more tsunami.
For now. Watch, I'll get into a group of like 4 of them. Oh, these are electro fists. Okay, I thought they might absorb it for a second. Now here, I think they trick you to go down. Yeah. That's rude. Thank you.
Oh, okay, so you can counter it with the same spell.
Yep.
Tap, Toad.
Trick you on this one. Not as good, but I'm pretty sure the ancient sword can petrify enemies.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, is that what it
Yeah,
does?
like
it has
it has
like
a side
a
effect.
status effect.
And if it petrifies the enemy, I believe it's like an instant kill.
Yep. Well, yeah.
They give good experience, at least.
Yeah, Cecil's leveling up like crazy.
Yep. No one's in prison anymore.
Yeah, I think like Sid's like locked in his room or something like that.
Yeah, or he's either
You have to
like
break
locked
him
in
out.
his room, or he's like up in the crystal room or throne room or something. But we are at the halfway point, so I'm gonna quick save and then swap us over
All right.
to tonight's other game.
Alrighty.
Nope,
We can go ahead and do that.
The wrong game there.
Whoopsie. This is what Bravely Default 2.
Yep.
No, I never played the first one. So I actually don't know anything about these.
I don't know if they are exactly connected or not, but you're not missing too much by not playing the first one. It was really basic in its story. It was pretty much a copy of Final Fantasy 1, but with some twists. But I remember you had to fight like the final boss at least 3 times, and it was like the same fight. There was time travel involved, or different alternate realities, something like that. It's
that which whispers.
Oh, okay, so it's one of those.
Yeah. Which connects this thread of life, adrift, untethered. It must be woven back into the fabric of the world. Remember. Remember who you are.
Difficulty options. I'll definitely have to play on hard mode on my own time, because
Now go.
I have a problem and I have to play on the hardest
Return
difficulty.
to the land. To your destiny.
Oh, do you?
Cry
Yep.
out.
Which is why I could never get far in The Witcher 3, because I had to play on Death March.
Oh, Witcher is amazing.
Oh yeah, it is.
All of them. All of those games are amazing.
Let me tell you, and when you're playing on the hardest difficulty and you beat an enemy, it feels great. Hey, look, I can actually.
Oh, I bet. My advice would be to get the whirlwind attack as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whirlwind attack makes the game way easier.
Where am I?
Is this what the crystal wished to show us?
Without a doubt, my lady. Where the light led, there he lay.
Are those voices? But whose?
'Twould seem he is a young man of the sea.
This is all a little unexpected, I must say. But I trust you, Sir Sloane, and I trust the light of the crystal.
He may not seem much, my lady.
When was the last time you
but
heard of a good guy named
appearances can be deceiving. In any case, he is in need of
What was the name?
treatment.
Sloane.
Let us return to town.
Salone.
We will
That's
talk
interesting.
more of what this means at a later juncture.
Can't believe I survived.
I have to say their pseudo 3D art style is weird on the big screen.
Huh? Where am I?
You are in Halcyonia, in an inn. Don't be alarmed, you are quite safe.
So if you're playing, you realize we can't see you, right?
Huh?
Now that you appear to be capable
You're not.
of
You're not
speaking,
streaming to me.
perhaps you could tell me a little about yourself.
If you're playing.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I forgot that I had to switch that on Discord. I'm like, what are you talking about?
There we go.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that earlier.
There we go. Okay. Now we can actually see shit.
Sure, I mean, I'm just a regular sailor, I guess. My ship got hit by this huge wave, and I was swept overboard. I don't remember anything after that. Guess I must have drifted here on the tide.
I see. Then perhaps it was the crystal's will after all.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ah, our young seafarer has awoken at last. Verily, thy plight hath troubled us greatly, friend. We had feared the very worst.
This is Sir Sloane, the royal man-at-arms.
The what?
Come, my lady, we must make haste. It will not do to keep King Vernon waiting.
Indeed not. We will leave right away.
Wait, you're going to meet a king? Who exactly are you?
Gloria of Musa, at your service. Princess Gloria of Musa, if you prefer my proper title. Although, since my kingdom was destroyed, I've been unsure whether I'm worthy of it any longer.
You're a princess.
I shall explain everything in due course. For now, you would do well to rest a while longer.
Sure. Okay.
Aha.
Okay, I have to use the analog stick, apparently. Can't move
Feeling
around with the
better now, are you?
directionals.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me stay here.
Don't mention it. It's only right to help people out when they're in need.
Well, thanks all the same. So this place is called Halcyonia, right? Can't say I've ever heard of it. Where exactly are we?
Ah, I didn't think you were from around here. All right, let me show you on a map. Here we are.
What the? This map doesn't make any sense. Where the heck am I?
I heard you met with something of a calamity.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. My ship was hit by a giant wave. Must have been a freak storm or something.
Oh dear. Yes, we've been hearing a lot about enormous waves and the like lately. We're all right here in the city, but I heard they wreaked havoc down on the coast.
That doesn't sound good. Maybe I should go check it out. See if I can figure out what happened to me.
Well, the seaside's not far south of here. Follow the road out of town, and you'll be there in a jiffy. Tell you what, why don't you take the map with you in case you get lost?
Really? Thanks.
The city looks very much like the original city in the game, first game. Some things are different, but from what I remember, this looks pretty similar.
So they take place in the same time period.
Yeah, I think there might be like a time difference between them. Not positive, but... So I don't have any jobs yet. Any gear. Oh, that's right, and there's a weight system this time. I don't know how I feel about games with a weight system where, like, the more or better equipment you have on, the slower your character's going to be.
Oh, so there's a weight mechanic based on what your gear is that you're wearing?
Yeah.
I like the art style.
Oh yeah, the games look excellent.
The art style is pretty cool. So is this a Square Enix game?
Princess
I
Gloria, thank
believe
you
it
for
is Square,
joining
yeah.
us. I think you may have some inkling of why I have summoned you here. It concerns the future of the Musen royal line. It has been 3 years now since you came here to our kingdom.
Yeah, it was Square Enix primarily that did it.
And while I can only imagine your pain at having lost your realm under such tragic circumstances, there comes a time when one must turn from the past and begin to look forward. I wonder if you might consider making your stay here a more long-term arrangement.
Oh, he wants to
Prime
bang
Minister
you.
Horton has convinced me that in finding you a suitable match, we might sooner bring about the restoration of your kingdom. Has he indeed?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, with King Vernon's permission, I have instructed my heralds to canvass potential suitors for you, Princess Gloria. Musa's unfortunate end need not mean the end of its illustrious line, after all.
I see. And have you any thoughts on the matter, Sir Sloane?
The honorable gentleman's line of reasoning is not without merit. Such an arrangement would indeed benefit Musa in the long term.
Ah, wise words, Sir Sloane. Your reputation as both a warrior and a thinker is well deserved, I see.
Yet I would not dream to speak for Her Highness, of course. 'Tis she and she alone who must decide.
King Vernon, your concern for my well-being is, as ever, far more than I deserve. Alas, I have a sacred duty to perform before I can even begin to consider such worldly affairs. This being so, I am afraid I have no choice but to respectfully decline your suggestion.
What? How dare you treat I mean, King Vernon's kind offices with such disdain? Why, Why, a match has been all but agreed already. Do you wish His Majesty to look a fool?
That will be quite enough, Horton. We have no right to expect anything of Princess Gloria beyond her kindness in hearing us out. We are friends and allies of long standing, and her wishes will be respected. If it is not impolite to ask, Your Highness, what is this sacred duty of which you speak?
The time has come for me to recover my kingdom's greatest treasures, the 4 crystals. Fortunately, thanks to Sir Sloane, the wind crystal is safely in my possession already, but the whereabouts of the others remain unknown. And that does not bode well. Fire, water, wind, earth, nature's masters. The crystal's power exceeds the hand of man, and if unleashed, would bring down death, disaster, calamity, and blight upon the land.
You know, the plot of Final Fantasy 1.
I learned those lines as soon
And
as I
5.
could talk. And if I understand them correctly, it is my duty, no, my destiny, as Princess of Musa, to do all that I can to prevent further misfortune befalling our world. And I shall fulfill it.
Very well. I understand completely. Princess Gloria, you must go. You must fulfill your destiny.
Thank you, King Vernon. Your understanding in the matter is much appreciated.
This looks like this was made to run on, like, the Nintendo Switch or something.
Well, I mean, the original game was on the 3DS.
Was it?
Yeah. But this was also made at the same time for all consoles, I think. Or maybe it was... No, I think actually it's just PC and Nintendo Switch. I don't think there's random encounters anymore. It said it's going to be overworld encounters, kind of like in, well, like Final Fantasy 15 and stuff.
Oh, so they're placed encounters, basically.
Yeah, like you'll see them running around on the overworld.
There's a chest over there to your left. It's up around the corner on the beach.
Oh, yeah. But that's where I was going to do a cutscene, so I wasn't going straight there. There's something down here. Because if they're not going to give me random encounters, I will use this time to get all the treasure. Or not. Damn it, game. Oh.
Yeah, there's one right there.
I see it through the trees.
Padded armor.
A clothespin. Immunity to sleep. Okay then. That's kind of random.
Whoa.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I heard it was bad, but this is something else.
You should have seen the size of the waves. I smashed absolutely everything to
A monster! Quickly!
Looks like Stitch.
Get out of here!
Just green.
It looks like a dude in a That doesn't even
Watch
look
out,
like
guys.
a monster. It looks like a dude in a suit.
To me, it kind of looks like a Murloc mated with Stitch.
Yeah, that too. I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, what's the plan?
Alright, so here is the signature
Okay.
of the game. This might have been a mistake. So basically, their Brave and default system is you can with Brave, you can expend extra turns worth of attacks into your turn, but then you can't do anything after until you recharge.
Okay
them.
then.
And then default is also your like a defense, but you stock up an attack.
Crikey! Sorry, pal. I didn't see you standing there.
How many times have I told you? Look before you cast. You can't just jump in spells blazing.
And how many times have I told you? I'm a big picture guy. He's alright, isn't he? Don't sweat the details.
Someone has to when you're going around nearly frazzling people.
Oh Christ!
They annoy me already.
This is like Emmy award-winning voice acting right here.
Yeah, I guess. But who are you exactly?
Just a couple of concerned passersby. This guy's a wandering scholar, and I'm the one he hired to try and keep him out of trouble.
I can't quite place her accent.
The name's Adele.
Oh, and I'm Elvis.
Seriously.
Anyway, enough chit-chat. We've got a battle to finish. Try not to incinerate anyone, okay, Elvis?
Aye, aye. I'll do my best.
It kind of makes me want to just cast a spell on her, though, for shits and giggles. I doubt it would do anything, though.
Away and boil your heat.
What's the plan? I'm all set!
Crikey! We're actually pretty tough. And in a scrap, aren't you, laddie? That was some tasty brawling.
It really was. You were definitely more help than a certain so-called scholar I could mention.
Oh, aye, less of that. I pulled my weight fair and square. Isn't that right, pal?
Huh? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, you're only saying that because he put you on the spot. It's all right, you know. You can tell us what you really think. Besides, if you're nice to this one, it'll only go to his head.
Is it supposed to be a Scottish accent that she's got as well?
And what would be so wrong with that, eh? Go on, son.
I can't
Raise
tell.
away. I could do with a wee boost to the old self-esteem.
Believe me, that's the last thing he needs.
Anyway.
Elvis,
thanks for
I was
helping me out
thinking
back there.
Australian, but
I
Miss.
think his is supposed to be, like, either an Irish or a Scottish.
Hey, less of that. It's just plain Adele, okay?
Sometimes it's starting to
Aye.
tell.
We don't stand much in ceremony, us two. What are you
That's
doing
Scottish, never mind.
scrapping with monsters anyway? You don't look like your average warrior, I must say.
Oh, I was just helping out an old lady who was in trouble.
Have a go hero, eh? Very noble. I reckon you and me are going to get along just fine. Which is lucky, because I'm about to take you back to town and treat you to a wee drink.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Am I sure? After a bonding experience like that, I insist on it.
Well, in that case, all right.
That's the spirit.
Ho-ho! Then away to the tavern we go. I've worked up a right old thirst. Oh, but before I forget, have you seen one of these about the place?
What is it?
It's called an asterisk. Us two are on a journey collecting them, which is how we ended up happening across you.
But we're not friends or anything. I'm only here because he hired me.
Okay, details. Anyway, we heard there was someone around these parts in possession of one of these wee beauties, so I was wondering if you might know something?
No. Sorry, guys. I'm not from around here. Matter of fact, I'm not even here by choice. I got shipwrecked and just kind of washed up near...
A shipwreck? Talk about a calamity.
Yeah, I guess. But hey, I'm still alive, and I wasn't too badly hurt, so...
This is a little slow in the beginning,
Sounds
I
like
can
you've
say.
plenty to be thankful for. Not least
Yeah.
for meeting the two of us. That bar won't prop itself up.
Part will prop itself up.
Your Highness, a wandering merchant brings most worrisome tidings. The desert kingdom of Savalon is beset by a sudden abundance of water. So much so that full half the capital has been submerged. A deluge in the desert, milady. 'Tis unheard of. I would fain hazard a guess that this is a crystal's doing.
Savalon? The kingdom is a muse and ally of long standing. And King Orion is a fine man. I am sure he would be happy to tell us more about what has been happening. We should head there right away.
One moment, milady. Lurk not in the shadows, rogues. Show yourselves.
Womp womp. That is whoa.
Johnny Bravo?
Very impressive,
Is it Fabio?
Sir Sloane. The greatest swordsman in the land is still as sharp as ever, it seems.
I'm sorry, is she doing a German accent?
Thou knowest me. Then
I don't
thee
know.
and thy companion are no mere sneak thieves, it would seem. Perhaps thou might do me the kindness of an introduction.
Well, since you asked so nicely, my sharp-eyed friend, I am Selena.
Yeah, and I'm Dag.
We will come straight to the point, yes? Princess Gloria, we want the Wind Crystal. Please make this easy for everyone and hand it over.
What?
Come now, do as we say and no one will have to get hurt.
Never mind all that fancy talk, Selena. Let's just bash him and take the bloody thing. The old codge has already got one foot in the grave. We'll be done with him in no time.
Thou thinkest me too old to school thee, boy? There is life in this old dog yet.
Ooh, Gramps has got a temper on him. Well, rage all you like, mate. You don't stand a chance against me.
Is that an asterisk?
Too right it is. Bet you wish you'd just given us the crystal now, don't ya?
What? Was it you? Do the despoilers of Musa stand before me?
Musa? What are you on about?
Mayhap you are mere mercenaries. In which case, whose coin hath purchased thy services?
I'll show ya.
Oh no.
Game's up, Grandad. Put the sword down, or the kid gets it.
Stop it! Let me go! Sir Sloane, you must do as he says. What kind of monster takes a child hostage?
Whatever. It worked, didn't it? All's fair dinkum in love and war. Now shut your whinging and hand over the crystal.
Please, stop it!
I do not have the crystal.
Eh?
You have hidden it somewhere. Very well. Then we will just have to take you instead.
Never!
You will let the child go free? Then I will do as you say.
Princess Gloria!
Hostage trade, eh? Not a bad idea. And I'd probably go along with it too if Greybeard here hadn't rubbed me up the wrong way.
Oh.
Sir Sloane!
That was a metal
Fear not,
fist to the
Your
face.
Highness. 'Twill take
Yeah.
a mightier blow.
Will it now? Well, there's a coincidence, because that's exactly what I was about to give you. Ready or not?
Your Highness!
I have already agreed to come with you. There is no need for further bloodshed.
Oh, yeah? Think you can tell me what to do ya? You ain't the princess of me, girlie.
All right, Dag. You have had your fun.
But...
She was telling the truth. She does not have the wind crystal. Now, you
Blinks
can
out of
walk,
existence.
yes?
Oh wow, the kid just disappears.
I think it's because I hit the skip button.
Oh, okay.
But that was funny.
You must fetch the wind crystal and bring it to the abandoned house north of town. Once you have done that, we will release Princess Gloria. But if you even think about bringing help from Halcyonia, well, I am sure I don't need to tell you what would happen.
Smell you later, Drongo.
Princess Gloria!
Wow, dick.
And
Fabio's a dick.
Yep. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, there we go. You have to hold it down. So this is like the Tails games.
Which I've never actually played any of them.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Oh. Some of them are, yeah, but I definitely liked Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Xillia. Those were good. So we just have Freelancer and Blackpage. Okay.
Yeah, there's a chest around the corner there on the beach. There's one up there too. I don't know how you're gonna get there though.
Yeah, that looks like it's an island of sorts.
You're in for a treat.
It's nothing.
Guess it's my turn.
All right then.
What?
Yeah, it was like the scan spell from Final Fantasy.
Right, let's see. Eat sorcery.
I'm up, huh?
Yahar. would be a pirate's life for me.
Oh, what's next, I wonder? Freeze! Shiver!
What's the plan? Oh, did you underestimate us?
New powers, huh?
I learned treat.
Nope.
Yeah, tried using the directional skin. Hello there.
Okay then.
Is that Ganon?
Looks it.
That's nothing.
I'm up, huh?
You rang? Eat sorcery! Ah! You didn't like that,
Guess
did
it's
you?
my turn.
All right then.
Crikey! We're actually
Ooh,
pretty tough.
yeah.
Day-night cycle is pretty quick.
That was quick. There's something over there on the right there on that island. I don't know if you can get there, though.
Yeah, some glowing enemy.
Go over there and kick its ass.
I don't think I can cross the water.
There's a spot you can cross on the other end, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you see it?
Alright, for science.
Oh, it's a rare monster.
But it says waiting into battle with one unprepared can be a bad idea. Just...
Well. Heal up. Well, that's good. Just camp out.
Oh,
right
now
next
it's
to
gone.
Wow. Wow.
That was kind of funny, though. Oh, okay. That's...
No, it's back.
I just had to get to it.
We're in for a real battle here.
Oh. Okay.
Time to beat a tactical retreat.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. Certainly saw it going
Yeah,
better than
that's-
it did.
Yeah, that's called nope.
Help! Somebody help me!
You okay? What's the matter?
A horrible man and woman took me, but then an old man and another woman came and saved me, but then the man got attacked and now he's really badly hurt.
We'd better go help him out. Will you show us where he is? Whoa! Are you okay? Wait a second. You're the guy from before.
Greetings, young seafarer.
Come on, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you can do it.
You're hurt. We need to get you seen to.
Tis not. But the princess...
What happened to Gloria? Is she okay?
The fiends took her.
Never mind that now. Let's get you to bed.
You're right. Come on.
Well, I'll be jiggered. So you're the famous Sir Slow,
That's a word I've never heard before.
Lady Emma told me all kinds of wild tales
Yeah.
about you, my man.
Oh, and how is dear Emma? Is she well?
I'm afraid she passed on 6 months ago or so.
I see. Thou wert her apprentice. Time truly does fly. Why, I can recall when the good lady studied under another herself. But forgive me, much as I would love to spend the day in fond reminiscence, alas, there are more pressing matters at hand. I must away and wrest Her Highness from the clutches of those unconscionable rogues.
Sorry, but you won't be resting anyone from anything in your condition. I'd be surprised if you could rest yourself out of bed.
But I must!
Well, how about I join you?
You are kind indeed, young sir, but I cannot allow it. The rogues in question are in possession of an asterisk.
Well, that's all the more reason to go deal with them, right? Besides, I owe you after you helped me out back there at the beach.
But good sir,
I'm coming too. If there's an asterisk involved, I'm there with bells on.
Thine aid is appreciated, but might I ask why the asterisk would interest thee so?
Oh, aye. Ask away, pal. It's because of this old book, see? I found it when I was going through Lady Emma's stuff. I couldn't read a word of it when I first picked the thing up. But wave an asterisk near it, and the gobbledygook starts making sense. And I'm nothing if not nosy. So, I set out on a quest to find enough of these special wee stones to read the whole thing.
Intriguing.
If I can find another asterisk and help your pal into the bargain, then everyone's a winner.
Great! Then we should leave right away.
Though it weighs heavy on my conscience to enlist the aid of strangers, I fear I have little choice. Her Highness has been taken to an abandoned building north of the town. Let us make haste!
Hooray!
Okay, so that's gonna be like Final Fantasy 3 with the NPCs that would be like with your party, but not
Yeah.
in battles.
Yep, the guest. I was thinking tactics, but yeah, same idea. It's like a guest character you don't have any control over.
I'm gonna save it, and I think that would be a good stopping point because I don't know how long the next section would go.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems okay. So far, at least
Nice.
it's moving along faster than the first game did. That one had a rough start.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and a rough end game, but the middle was excellent. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yep. Catch you later.
Peace.